Good morning. So I've decided I'll bring you a couple of cards today, and I've been very much guided to use the Goddess Power deck by Collette and Reid. It's a lovely deck, and I do actually quite like it. It's illustrated by Jena, DellaGrottagia, and published by Hay House, I think it is. But it's got a lot of wisdom in it, and I read the cards intuitively, so it may differ from the original text, but it's just what comes through in the now moment. So today is the 17th of February. It's a couple of days since I've actually been on and given you a video. I'm trying to do it more often because that's how I'm guided, but work unfortunately does play a major part in the other half of my life, so I have to work around my scheduling, and my scheduling sometimes can be quite heavy. So today it's cloudy, but it's still. It has the essence of being warm. I'm sitting here in just a summer dress, and I haven't got the heating on, so that is a good sign. So I'm hoping that outside is going to be a little bit warmer. It's dry. We may get a bit of sun later, but we'll have to see. So today we've been gifted 2 cards, and they actually flow on nicely from each other. And I'm smiling and I'm laughing because the first one actually is from the Goddess Rhea, and it is about flow. It's number 43. And as I tune in to the card, it's all about emotions and releasing and just having guidance as to where you are. Emotions are either catalysts for change, or they're blockages to progress. And emotions can come in many forms, and we can experience them all in a very short time. They are there to serve us. We don't always appreciate them at the time, but it's to align with our feelings, to express our feelings, to understand what they're trying to teach us and to show us. So for me, flow is about being in alignment, being at one with yourself, with the universe, about allowing yourself to flow in the direction the energy is taking you, not to have resistance. If you have resistance, that's when the block is. And even if you come across a block, it's with divine grace and compassion that you can actually move freely through that blockage. The more resistance you have, the more what ifs, the more you dwell on the problem itself, the more of an elephant it will become in the room. If you allow your energy to work out how to overcome these blocks, because that's what we're here for. These blocks are guideposts, they're signposts. They're ways of making us look at what is coming up in our life, what we're here to learn, what wisdom can we gain from it, what insight, what is it here to teach us? Is it here to teach us personally, or is it for us to teach somebody else about the block that we're actually currently experiencing? So flow to me is very much about being in alignment, being centered, being in stillness, allowing those emotions to percolate in your being, allowing them to come to the surface and observe them. Don't dwell and don't get lost in the myriad of different emotions and different series they can take you down, because that's not what they're there for. They're there actually just to be as a guidepost, as a signpost, to think, well, actually, why is this showing up for me today? Why do I feel like this? Is this actually my feeling, or am I picking up on somebody's energy? Have you been with friends or relatives that have been through a tough time, and has some of their energy lingered within your auric space? Do you need to cleanse yourself? Is it your energy, or is it somebody else's energy? Are things all well within your world, both spiritually, mentally, physically and emotionally? And if they are, then actually probably it's come up for a teaching for somebody else. Is there somebody that that this would be appropriate to discuss with, or to open a dialogue with? or even to put a post on any of the social media platforms just to spark somebody's interest and just say, well, actually, I know you're having a tough time, but it's okay, you know, I'm here to support you, and, you know, reach out if you need anything. And that's all you need to do. You don't need to physically talk to them face to face unless you feel comfortable in doing that. But it's a way of actually opening somebody's awareness, and maybe the person who reads that post can actually begin to process the emotions for themselves. Sometimes they need help, and, you know, if you're within a position to do that, that's absolutely fine. If not, they can be guided to somebody else who is you know, within that position to be able to do it. So it's all about being in alignment, being in flow, being centered, receiving the energies, observing, letting go, letting anything that is no longer serving you transmuted back into the light. And, you know, these aren't here to be here as blocks for us, but they're here as beautiful reminders that, you know, life is a continuous flow, and we are energy, and energy does flow. So a bit like the river that flows into the sea, the stream that flows into the river, you know, we are perpetually moving forward, and that's what we're here to do, not to be stuck where we are. You know, we do need to flow with that energy and that divine inspiration. So just make sure you're grounded, you know, make sure you're grounded into the Gaia, and you just let anything go that is no longer serving you, and pull in that divine wisdom, and yeah, allow everything to unfold in the divine timing that it's supposed to. So that leads nicely actually onto the second card. So the second card we got was one of my favourite, and it's Sophia, about divine wisdom. They're a bit blurry, but I will copy them, and these are actually on the post. So Sophia is on about tapping into the divine wisdom, and so when we're in our absolute flow and alignment, divinity flows through us. You know, we are that divine being. We have untold caps of energy, untold wisdom within our deep-seated layers of our being. We are not the vessel, we are the essence within the vessel. We are the spirit, we are the energy that actually shines through from the core of our being. We are just here for a short time, some of us here longer than others, just experiencing the physical realm really, but we are spiritual beings, we are beings of light, we are energy, and it can be quite daunting to be here, but we're here to learn how to connect with our own divinity once again. So, you know, Sophia's asking you just to sit with that divine essence, see what comes through. Just allow yourself to experience, allow yourself to dive deep into your inner recesses of your vortex, your own universe, because we all have our universe of knowledge and wisdom deep within inside us that we just need to tap into. And that can come in many forms. It can be triggered by a smell, a sound, and a situation. You know, it can be brought forth because it's needed at this time. You know, when you sit in complete solace and you connect with the divine, it's a beautiful thing. But you have a lot of wisdom within the years that you've been incarnating, and we have been incarnating here many years, but also we've been incarnating other places as well, and we are eternal. And I know for some people that will be a little bit out there, but that's just what I believe, that we are eternal beings of spirit, and that you know, we are perpetually evolving and growing, and as we evolve and grow, as we share our knowledge, we gain knowledge, you know, we seed knowledge to other people, and they in turn can evolve and grow. So, you know, I do spiritual writings, I receive spiritual intuition, you know, through what I write, and that for me is tipping into my divine wisdom. Sorry, tapping into my divine wisdom. Promise I've not had a drink, only coffee. And yeah, it's just listening to those inner workings. It's knowing that you are the goddess, you are the saviour of your own existence. You are the navigator. How you think, how you feel, what you say, what you portray often will dictate what comes within your reality, because what you believe you become. So you know, it's about tapping into that inner wisdom, that inner divinity that we all have. Sorry, some of us are a bit croaky. Some of us might need mentors or teachers. Some of us actually may be teachers, but we will start as students, and eventually the student will become the teacher, and the teacher then will become the master. So it's about a path of growth, enlightenment and evolution, but to open yourself up to the possibilities of the divine wisdom that grows within you. And some people will ask others to tap into that, but actually we're here to tap into that ourselves, into our core being, to align with the Creator, to align with Gaia, and to actually let that wisdom flow through us and flow out into the cosmos, because through us then we seed the divine wisdom in others. So those are the two cards today. So you've got Goddess Rhea with flow, okay, and just not being worried about any blockages and just flowing around them, allowing things to go with ease, you know, being in alignment. And then you've got the Goddess Sophia with her beautiful crown of glory, enlighten all that wisdom that is actually pouring through her, and she's able to just share with everybody that she comes across. And it's being sovereign, being in your own divinity, tapping into that wisdom that is inside. So those are the two cards for today. I hope wherever you are, you're having a nice day or evening, night. You know, this card reading is timeless, so wherever you come across it, it may be resident that you actually something within it that you need to see. So I wish you well. It's probably 11 o'clock-ish here in the UK, but I've got a busy day ahead, so I'll hopefully catch up with you soon. All right, take care. Bye.